Hello everyone, presenting before you one of the most important topics for the UPSC syllabus, cyclone and specifically the Umpun. The storm system, or precisely the tropical cyclone in the Bay of Bengal, Umpun, which developed into a super cyclone and made a landfall along the West Bengal Bangladesh coast. It owes its name to Thailand. It was proposed back in September 2004 for storms over North Indian Ocean. The word Umpun means sky. It was really a worrisome event as this is the first super cyclone to form in the Bay of Bengal after the 1999 super cyclone that hit Odisha and claimed more than 10,000 lives. Also, Cyclone Umpun intensified from a Category 1 cyclone to a Category 5 in just 18 hours, which is unusually quick evolution. Various reasons could be attributed to it. Higher than normal temperatures in the Bay of Bengal may be facilitating the super cyclones. And yes, the lockdown indirectly may be playing a role. Reduced particulate matter emissions during the lockdown meant fewer aerosols such as black carbon that are known to reflect sunlight and heat away from the surface. We must also understand the basics of cyclone. Cyclones are low pressure systems that form over warm tropical waters with gale force winds near the center. The winds can extend hundreds of kilometers from the eye of the storm. These are the tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones or the hurricanes are the most powerful weather events on Earth as per NASA. Cyclones are formed over slightly warm ocean waters of the range of 27 to 28 degrees Celsius, which must be up to a depth of 40 to 60 meters. Presence of the Coriolis force enough to create a cyclonic vortex. Small variations in the vertical wind speed. There must be a upper divergence system. This is precisely they form in the months of April, May and October, December, as the presence of ITCZ in the Bay of Bengal during these periods make a conducive environment for them to form. The ITCZ in the Bay of Bengal, whose southern boundary experiences winds from west to east, while the northern boundary has winds flowing east to west, thus making the system anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere. From where do they derive their strength? A thumb rule for cyclone is that the more time they spend over the seas, the stronger they become. If we were to compare hurricanes around US having genesis in the vast open Pacific Ocean, they are usually much stronger than the tropical cyclones in the Bay of Bengal, which is relatively narrow and enclosed region. The cyclones originating here, that is Bay of Bengal, after hitting the landmass, decay rapidly due to friction and absence of moisture. The devastation due to these tropical cyclones are because of gale speed winds and storm surges. The storm surges are the rising seas whipped up by a storm, creating a wall of water several meters higher than the normal tide level. The large swells move faster than the cyclone and are sometimes spotted up to 1,000 kilometers ahead of a major storm. Now, these cyclones can also be graded according to the speed of the winds. At the lower end are the depressions that generate wind speeds of around 30 to 60 km per hour, followed by cyclonic storms of around 60 to 85 km per hour, which can result into severe cyclonic storms of around 90 to 115 km per hour. The very severe cyclonic storms could have wind speed of around 120 to 160 km per hour, while the extremely severe cyclonic storms could have wind speed of around 165 to 220 km per hour, and the super cyclones, which have the wind speed of around 222 km per hour or even higher. There are certain climate change and the associated risks related to the cyclones. The rising sea levels could boost storm surges from cyclones, making them even more deadly and destructive. Modeling studies suggest that greenhouse warming will cause the globally averaged intensity of tropical cyclones to shift towards stronger storms. Linking various data to changes in global temperature patterns suggest that the extreme events are especially sensitive to temperature changes, and the events are becoming more unpredictable. In such scenario, we can only try to invest in weather science and in the governance capacity to move rapidly to avert disasters. Thank you and keep preparing.